Detective, where they at? Where do they hang out? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 18 of the Get Up and Go Challenge. Today we're going to talk about, yesterday we identified who your ideal client was, who you want to work with, who you love to work with, who your fantasy person is to be involved with respect to your business and your life moving forward. Now, if you're looking for a new job, it might be your fantasy business, the ideal type of company that you want to work for. If you're looking to find someone and have a relationship, it's your perfect person, perfect match. One of the things I've always taught my kids to do and other people to do as well is take out a 3x5 note card, or a bigger note card if you want, a 4x6, or some kind of piece of paper, and just start writing down the perfect person for you. What do they look like? How healthy are they? What do they like to do? What do they like to eat? What are their values? What are the things about them that you would like? And then just put that away, put that notebook away, or carry that card in your wallet or purse or folder, and watch and pay attention to how many people you very quickly start to meet and come into your life that meet those criteria, that are like that perfect person you described. It's just a little trick that I taught people a long time ago, and I still teach people to do to attract what you want. Well, we can do the same thing with our customers, right? That's part of why we did the exercise yesterday, to identify who is that perfect person for your business, who is that perfect person for your life. And today, we're going to ask ourselves, we're going to be the detective, we're going to put on our little magnifying glass and our sleuth investigation tactics, and we are going to identify where the heck do we find this ideal person? Where does he or she hang out? Does she read? Does she listen? Does she watch? What type of events does she attend when events are available? But guess what? A lot of the physical events that we're used to attending during this period of downtime and pandemic, they're becoming virtual online events. I spent hours last night in a Zoom call with my family, just with my family, sipping some wine, having an amazing time, still communicating and interacting with one another. Yeah, we couldn't physically be together, but it was really fun to see my daughter and her husband, in Colorado, doing stuff in their camper. My nephew and his wife and his beautiful 2 children in Florida, eating dinner, playing around the kitchen, watching movies, playing games. And then my mom and my other sister down in Texas, and my sisters in the area here, but we still can't be together. It was just so fun and entertaining. And it's not the exact same experience, but it was still an awesome experience in and of itself. It's different. It's not better or worse, it's just different. And that's part of what we're getting used to as we go through this time of transition. But where can you find your people? So my whole point of that was you can still find your people, especially now because we have the internet. And the internet has been the greatest gift to any business person or marketer or anybody looking for any type of person, because it connects us in ways that we've never been connected before. So how do you find this person? A concept called the Dream 100. Learned this from Russell Brunson, who learned it from Chet Holmes, who probably made it up. And he used it in an advertising way. You can research him and look into him if you want, or you can ask me if you want more information about either Russell Brunson or Chet Holmes. But basically the concept is go after the 100 people that are most likely to be in contact with your ideal client, your ideal customer. Chet Holmes did it with advertisers to get the 100 best advertisers for a magazine that he was trying to increase the sales and the revenue for. Russell Brunson took it to a different level by saying, okay, instead of finding the 100 people I want to work with most in my area, in my chosen business or something, what if I find the 100 people that have the people already that I want to be in contact with and influence? That takes the Dream 100 concept and puts it on steroids, right? Assuming steroids are something you want to get bigger and more and be able to find more of the people that are like the people you want to serve. So how do you do that? Well, you ask yourself, what do they read? What do they listen to? What do they watch? What events and things do they attend? Where do they congregate? Think of it as religions, right? People of different religions and different faiths come together, or used to come together, but they come together online now. They come together, they congregate on a regular basis based on their beliefs and values and faith. So you've got the Baptists, the Catholics having Mass, the Mormons, all the different religions, the Jewish people, everybody of different faiths come together with people of similar beliefs and faiths. So you want to do the same thing online. You want to look for your congregation, the congregation of moms, the congregation of people with a certain illness or sickness, the congregation of businesses in a specific industry, real estate investors, whatever the group of people is that is your ideal customer, there are ways to find them online. How do you do that? Look at the top blogs, look at the top podcasts, look at the top videos on YouTube. Remember, YouTube is a big search engine, so you can go on YouTube and you can pop in your keywords, a couple of phrases that describe the person that you're looking for, or the topic of interest. Say I have a nail salon. I can type in YouTube nail salons, and I can find out who are the people that do videos that have a lot of followers and a lot of views, and if I want to down the road, I could advertise on those channels. I can do the same thing on Facebook. I can type in nail salon influencers. You can actually use the word influencer now and search that. A couple of years ago, there was no such thing as the word influencer, and my computer still doesn't know how to spell it because I have an old computer. But for the most part, there are influencers in any area, any interest that you can possibly imagine, and you just want to find out who are those top people, who are the people that have the people that I want to be an influencer for, that I want to find and have them be exposed to me and find out if I'm for them or not. I only want to work with people that I'm for, right? The people that get me. That's one of the big secrets in business. There's a couple. One is pick the people you want to work with based on what you're passionate about, who you want to help, who you want to serve. Pick them and then go find them. And guess what? All of them are not going to like you. All of them are not going to be for you, but you're only looking for the people that are. There's this belief that we have to have and appeal to everybody. We have to be popular. Everybody has to love us and like us. And that is the biggest lie, not maybe the biggest lie, but it's one of the biggest lies that we ever experience. And it keeps us small. It keeps us afraid. It keeps us from doing the things that we should do because we think people aren't going to like us. Think back to high school. High school was like one big popularity contest, right? But each one of us, no matter what category we fell into, we found groups of people called cliques that were like us, and we hung out with those people. And so if you had a few people like you had a great experience in high school. I had a few people like me and I had an awesome experience in high school. And I definitely was not in the popular crowd. As much as that pains me to say, totally wasn't. Totally get it, and was totally okay with that, because sometimes it's more fun to be yourself and be who you are and be on the fringes than to expect people to like you for whatever reason. So it's not a popularity contest. It's I need to find the people that I'm here to serve. Guess what? We don't need to serve a whole lot of people to be successful. There's an article that's circulating out there, and you can Google it, called 1,000 True Fans. And it's a really excellent article. It's actually been updated since it was originally written because it's been so popular, but it's so true. We don't need a billion people to know us, like us, trust us, and follow us. We only need 1,000 true fans. And 1,000 people isn't very many out of, 8 billion people on the planet? I don't know what the population is anymore because it's a statistic and who knows if it's accurate or not. We're doing a census, which kind of makes me laugh this year. We're doing a 2020 census. Like, how accurate is that going to be, right? You do it in March before there's a pandemic, in February, and then there's a pandemic, and how many people are not going to be in existence anymore after that? We don't know, right? So, Dream 100. I want you today, your action item isn't to do 100, but I would say you want to get your Dream 100 figured out as quickly as possible. And here's why. What you're going to do after you identify these people is you're going to start following them. You're going to follow them on social media. You're going to read their books. You're going to buy their products and services. You're going to get to know them. And you're going to create and build a relationship with them. You're not going to scam them. You're not going to spam them. You're not going to write them a note and say, oh, please help me, I'm so-and-so, because they don't care. They're busy, influential people, and you need to approach them in a certain way, and that comes from building relationships. Now, I did a women's summit last year. I'd never done a summit before. I'd never done a women's summit. I wasn't targeting women previously in my businesses. I felt the urge to do something for women business owners, and I wanted to. And so I actually went through, I used the Dream 100 strategy to get the women for the Women's Summit. And I got 30 women in like a couple of weeks that were scheduled and on. And I did this Women's Summit like in probably a month and a half. Anybody that tells you how to do a summit will tell you it takes you at least 3 months to set it up, to do it, and do it, to do a summit. And I did it in, like a month and a half. and had 30 women. And part of why I could pull that off is I've been using this Dream 100 strategy. I've been building relationships, following people, not just women, but I picked the women in my group. And what I did is I went to my email. I went to my email account, just one of them, and I looked at who I'd been communicating with, who I had started to build relationships and rapport with, and those are the women that I contacted. I think I probably contacted 35, 40 women to get 30. That's freaking incredible, right? That is amazing to be able to only send out like 10 extra invitations and get everybody I needed to fill the summit. So that's just a personal example of the power of the Dream 100. Now I know that Pete Vargas III is doing a challenge right now. I'm actually participating in it, is why I'm talking about it. It's really good. What he did is he pulled together, he was doing a 20-day challenge. So he started with pulling together 20 people, but he invited a ton of people and a ton of people that he's been dealing with. And he said 80% of them are already his clients and customers. But with the change in the economy, the change in the world right now due to the pandemic, he sells stage, how to be successful doing stage presentations and speak. And all of a sudden, his business was 100% shut down because you couldn't have events. You couldn't do events anymore. So they quickly pivoted and are doing online events. And to lead up to his next online event, he decided to have, he calls it a challenge, but it's really a summit because he's interviewing 2 or 3 different people every day on his challenge. And he's calling it a challenge because he gives you an action item or an assignment every day and you do your homework, which I'm going to do next. But it's basically a summit, right? A challenge, but it's a summit. And he put it together like in a couple of weeks. Now he has a huge team. He has 35 people that work with him, and together they put this together in a couple of weeks. But that's incredible, right? And it's partly because they're building it as they go, which is something that we could talk about too later on, because that's how we should be creating our products and services, in my opinion. Because then we're making sure that we're really customer focused and customer centric, and we're giving you exactly what you want, not what we necessarily want. So today, action item 10. I want you to make a list of 10 people, influencers, or 10 places, 10 podcasts, 10 and maybe just a couple of each in each of the different categories of where your people hang out. Know where they go in social media. If I'm working and looking for other business owners, I'm going to LinkedIn. I'm not going to Facebook. I might go to Facebook secondarily, but I'm going to LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn and you're a business owner, what are you thinking? Sign up for a free LinkedIn account and start building your profile there. But know where the people that you're trying to target go. List of 10, do at least 10 today. It's not that hard. You can knock off 10. You probably already know 10 big places or people that attract your ideal customer already, especially if it's an area that you're passionate about and interested in. Now, if you're picking something that you've never done before, say you decided, I'm going to go after dentists, and you have no connections to the dental field, we're probably going to have to go Google and do some online searching and find out who influences dentists. And I have a client that does target dentists, so I've actually done that search, but it didn't take that long. You can do any type of these searches and find out your whole 100 list in maybe a couple of hours. But 10 should take you like less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. Happens on the internet as you go on there and you start to kind of search around more than you planned on. That's the time that we get lost, and it takes us more time than we think it's going to. But that's your assignment today. That's our action item. 10 places your people would hang out, or 10 people that they are influenced by. You can just take a picture and share your list of 10, or go ahead and put done in the comments if you're afraid somebody's going to steal your list of 10. But guess what? There's plenty of influencers to go around. There's plenty of customers to go around, and there's plenty of markets for each and every one of us. That's it. Have an absolutely amazing day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another daily challenge, something that we can do, each and every one of us, to make sure that we're better off at the end of this pandemic than where we started. Have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.